Imagine you're walking down a bustling street in a busy city. Among the crowd, you encounter a street vendor selling a shiny, pristine product, its appearance flawless, almost too good to be true. Yet, there's something in the back of your mind whispering that it's likely a facade. Perhaps the product is cheap, faulty, or even a mere illusion, disguised by its outward allure. However, as you take a closer look, you realize that the vendor's skillful presentation and persuasive charm have clouded your judgment. The appearance of the product alone has made it enticing enough to provoke a sense of trust, even though deeper analysis would reveal the truth. This scenario highlights one of the fundamental observations that the great political philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli made. The populace is more inclined to be deceived by appearances than by the truth. This statement, made centuries ago, is not just a reflection on political affairs, but a powerful commentary on human nature, media influence, and the manipulation of masses. In an era where information travels faster than ever and public opinion can be swayed at the click of a button, the relevance of Machiavelli's insight is undeniable. In this essay, we will explore what Machiavelli meant by this observation, how it manifests in the real world, and why the power of perception often triumphs over reality. Let's take a deep dive into this intriguing psychological and political phenomenon. Before we dive deeper into this fascinating subject, welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. We're so glad to have you here with us. If you enjoy exploring philosophical ideas, human behavior, and how the world works, you're in the right place. This is a space where we unravel complex concepts, break down historical insights, and explore real-world applications that shape our everyday lives. Whether you're here to challenge your thoughts or simply gain a deeper understanding of the world around you, you're in good company. So sit back, relax, and join us on this unfolding journey of discovery. Machiavelli, best known for his political treatise The Prince, made numerous observations about power, politics, and human nature. His works have often been described as cold, calculating, and pragmatic. At the heart of Machiavelli's philosophy is a deep understanding of the dynamics between rulers and the ruled. One of his more enduring insights is the idea that the masses are more susceptible to being swayed by appearances than by the underlying truth. But why is this the case? To understand this notion, we must first acknowledge the psychology of human beings, especially when interacting with large groups. It's easier to present a simple narrative than to delve into complex truths. People, by nature, are not inclined to seek out truth in its raw form. Instead, they gravitate toward what is easy to understand, digest, and believe. This preference for simplicity over complexity makes them vulnerable to deception. In his writings, Machiavelli observed that while rulers and politicians might act in ways that are not entirely truthful, their ability to craft a convincing narrative that appeals to the masses is what allows them to maintain control. This, in essence, is the root of effective propaganda, the manipulation of perception. Take the rise of populist leaders across the world. For example, these leaders often present a clear and simple narrative that appeals to the emotions of their audience. They offer clear-cut solutions to complex problems, promising a return to an idealized past or the creation of a utopian future. These promises might not hold up under scrutiny, but their emotional appeal, often fueled by their skillful use of rhetoric and visual media, allows them to capture the hearts and minds of the masses. In this case, it is not the truth of their promises that matters. It is the perception of them that has the power to sway public opinion. In today's digital age, the role of media, both traditional and social, has only amplified the power of appearances. The way information is presented, packaged, and shared can create powerful illusions that shape how we perceive the world around us. A skillfully designed advertisement, a carefully staged photo op, or a well-scripted news segment can be all it takes to shape a public narrative. In fact, modern media has become a key tool for reinforcing Machiavelli's observations. Take the example of political campaigns. Candidates rely heavily on their image, how they appear on television, the kinds of photographs that circulate on social media, and the narratives that are constructed around their character. Often, these images are crafted with precision, designed to project strength, reliability, or compassion, even if the truth behind these personas is far more complicated. Social media, in particular, has accelerated this process. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook allow individuals and organizations to shape their personal or political image to an almost exaggerated degree. A single post, tweet, or photo can spread across the globe in mere seconds, influencing the opinions of millions before the truth has a chance to surface. One stark example of this is the prevalence of influencers on social media. These individuals, often young and attractive, portray lives that appear to be perfect or enviable. While many of these portrayals are, in fact, highly curated or even entirely fabricated, the image they project is often more convincing than the reality. The allure of these influencers, based purely on their carefully cultivated image, can lead to large followings and considerable influence, proof of the power of appearances. Machiavelli's warning about appearances speaks directly to the mechanics of propaganda. At its core, propaganda is about controlling perceptions, shaping what people think, believe, and feel about a particular issue, group, or individual. Whether through imagery, language, or selective storytelling, propaganda aims to create a narrative that aligns with the interests of those in power. The effectiveness of propaganda is undeniable. Throughout history, it has been used to justify wars, promote ideologies, and silence dissent. One of the most infamous examples of propaganda was the Nazi regime in Germany during the 1930s and 1940s. Joseph Goebbels, the minister of propaganda, understood that controlling the perception of the masses was far more important than presenting the truth. The regime's use of powerful visuals, slogans, and a carefully constructed narrative about the superiority of the Aryan race helped galvanize a nation toward catastrophic ends. What made the Nazi propaganda so effective was its ability to simplify complex issues, distill them into emotionally charged messages, and repeatedly broadcast those messages through every available medium. In this way, the truth, no matter how horrific or contradictory to the narrative, became secondary to the power of perception. While the manipulation of perception may serve the interests of those in power, it comes with profound dangers. The more susceptible a populace is to appearances, the more vulnerable they are to exploitation. Political leaders, media moguls, and corporations who can control the narrative have the power to shape the behavior and attitudes of entire populations. This makes it all the more important for individuals to critically engage with the information presented to them, to question what they see, and to seek out the truth beneath the surface. In the context of politics, the consequences of being deceived by appearances can be catastrophic. Voters might cast ballots based on an image or soundbite, only to find that their choices lead to policies that do not align with their interests or values. Similarly, consumers may buy into marketing campaigns that promise life-changing products, only to be disappointed by the reality of a subpar purchase. So, how can individuals protect themselves from being deceived by appearances? The answer lies in cultivating a mindset of critical thinking and skepticism. As Machiavelli suggested, understanding the power of perception is the first step in protecting oneself from manipulation. People must question the motivations behind the messages they receive, scrutinize the sources of information, and seek out multiple perspectives before forming conclusions. Moreover, it is essential to develop the ability to distinguish between emotional appeals and rational arguments. The emotional charge of a message, whether it's the appeal to fear, hope, or patriotism, can often cloud judgment and obscure the truth. By taking a step back and asking whether the message is truly based on fact or simply crafted to elicit a particular reaction, individuals can better safeguard themselves against deception. Machiavelli's statement that the populace is more inclined to be deceived by appearances than by the truth remains as relevant today as it was when he wrote it. In a world where images, narratives, and perceptions shape our understanding of reality, the masses are more vulnerable than ever to manipulation. The allure of superficial appearances, whether in politics, advertising, or social media, often eclipses the deeper, more complicated truths. However, by acknowledging the power of perception and learning to critically assess the information presented to us, we can navigate the complex world around us more effectively. As Machiavelli himself knew, understanding the dynamics of perception is not just a tool for politicians. It is a crucial life skill that empowers individuals to make informed decisions, see through the smoke and mirrors, and uncover the truths that lie beneath. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Machiavelli's insights into the gullibility of the masses and the power of perception. If you enjoyed this journey and want to dive deeper into similar topics, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode of the Unfolding Journey, where we continue to explore the intricacies of human behavior, philosophy, and the world we live in. Stay curious, stay critical, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next video.